This is some damn fine whiskey. It's smoother than my apology to my wife after she catches me sneaking more bottles of bourbon in after I promised her I was done buying for the month. Welcome back to Aged to Perfection, the channel that's about as popular as gas station sushi. Are you ready to do this? Today, Old Forester 1924 10-year. One of my favorite Old Forester offerings. This guy right here is a powerhouse of flavor. What a behemoth. Just an absolute flavor bomb of cherry, caramel, all the good stuff that you're wanting from a grape juice. This is the 2025 version of Old Forester 1924. 1924 is a special one because back in the day during Prohibition, when people started running out of whiskey, a bunch of distilleries started closing. And Old Forester went out and started scooping up those extra barrels and blending them so they could keep up with their medicinal license for whiskey. There was only about 6 medicinal licenses offered to these big distilleries, and Old Forester was lucky enough to scoop up one of them, which has kept them in business and making the wonderful juice you love today. Now this is the 5th offering in the Whiskey Row series, the things like the 1910, 1920, all the rest of them. They're all really great pours. Unfortunately, this is not shelf stable like you could find all the rest of them, so you kind of have to do a little bit of looking. And this right here clocks in at $115, which is a little high on the MSRP, but still absolutely worth every penny for this. I was lucky enough to find this while on the bourbon trail walking around Whiskey Row after taking the Old Forester distillery tour. I tried to buy all of them, but they cut me off at one. On the secondary market, I've seen this all the way up to $300, $350. I wouldn't pay that much for it, but if you can find it for less than $150, this right here is a steal. As the name implies, this is a 10-year-old bourbon, slightly different mash bill now from Old Forester. Now they have the 79% corn, 11% rye, and 10% malted barley fuel on this one. Very unique to this release and absolutely delicious. Gives it a lot of sweeter notes that I really enjoy. Can the Brown-Forman Distillery do any wrong? I don't think so. This is one that I'm going to be hunting every single year. Now this is the second release of the 1924 10-year. The first one came out in 1924. The first one came out in 2024. This is the 2025 version. You didn't come here to watch me wax poetic about a bourbon. You came here to watch me drink it and tell you what I think about it. So, without further ado, that's a cork pop. Even the cork pop is satisfying. Whoa. Oh golly, this is just, oh my gosh, just do a long pour. Oh, that is beautiful. On the bottle here, in 1924, Owsley Brown took barrels of whiskey from different mash bills to different warehouses on Howard Street in Louisville, Kentucky, and bottled them as Old Forester. This 10-year-old expression honors the 100th anniversary of this occasion. 100 proof and absolutely delicious. On the other Whiskey Row series, it says things like Old Fine Whiskey. This should say Damn Fine Whiskey. On the nose. It's just a flavor bomb of sweetness, of caramel, brown sugar. I get a nice dark fruit like plums and cherries. The butterscotch really just comes through on the nose. This is just such a fine pour. Guys, cheers. What am I going to do? What am I going to do when I have such great spirits on hand? You know, I started this bourbon journey with probably 15 bottles of whiskey, and through this time on this channel, I've filled my shelves up, filled my drawers up, and filled my bourbon shelf up. And this is just another one I'd add to it. And honestly, this is so good. It's one of the fews I have. This is so good. It's one of the few I have on the shelf back there in duplicate. Now I only have 2 because I'm not a bourbon hoarder. That's a no-no in my book. I don't want to increase secondary prices any more than I have, but I have this one and I have one more as a backup because this is going to be one I love to share with friends. You know, I use certain bourbons to kind of bring others onto the bourbon journey, and this is one that's guaranteed to get your buddies hooked. If you have a friend that's not into bourbon and they're looking to explore, this is a great place to start. Oh, man. Really rich, really complex. It's a flavor bomb of butterscotch and vanilla. Just so good. It ends with like a nice cherry and plum on the back end. It has a nice long finish with a little black pepper, but not too spicy. There's a graham cracker and maple that just kind of flirts with your tongue mid-palate. That is just so damn pleasant. Medium oak, slightly dry, everything you want from a good quality bourbon. And at 100 proof, it has a great spice and a great kick, but doesn't drink like something that's going to rip your face off. This bourbon doesn't just slap, it tickles and whispers and then makes you breakfast. Boy, is it good. Woo. Oh God, well, I mean, like, what more do you say about something that you just truly love? All right, we're gonna do another 45 minutes of me sitting here drinking this and just saying nice things about the bourbon. OFO 1924 10-year is just a wonderful experience. This is exactly what you want. It's bold, it's nuanced, it's high, it's low, it's everything you want. How do you make a better juice than this? It's rich, it's elegant, it's full of flavor. It lets you know that you are making great choices in life. Guys, have you had this out there? Let me know in the comments. Where does this fall in the Whiskey Row lineup? What do you think that Old Forester makes that's better than this? And here's a better question. What do you think I should blind this against? Does this beat out a Russell's Reserve or a Blanton's? Where do you think it lines up? What do you think this should go head to head with? Let me know in the comments. And if you've had Old Forester before and you didn't like it, let me know in the comments. No, I'm kidding. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's great. This is good. No. All joking aside, you know, your palate's what your palate is. I can drink these 15 different times the same bottle and probably tell you I taste different things. That's the great thing about whiskey is nobody's really wrong. Drink it with a cube of ice or a big splash of Coke. No, don't drink it with Coke. Drink it with a big cube of ice or maybe a small cube of ice. Drink it neat. I think this was made to be drank neat. You're not going to go wrong there. But realistically, sip it how you like it. It's your bourbon. It's a wonderful hobby. Guys, all in all, Old Forester 1924 10-year is a knockout of the park. If you see it for $150 or less, pick it up. You won't be sad. And as always, bourbon's better with friends. Cheers. Happy holidays, everyone. Damn, that's so good. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Look at the legs on this whiskey. If you like this kind of content, guys, be sure to like and subscribe.